Hey everyone, Ryan Young, KAATARO Jiu-Jitsu. Hope you're doing well. I don't know if any of you follow our channel and all, but I just wanted to thank you all. We hit 20,000 subscribers this past weekend. Today is Sunday, the 11th of August, and I never thought we'd hit 5,000, let alone 20,000. And you know, we've got well over 250 videos, if I'm not mistaken, right now. You know, doing a couple of videos a week, every week, nonstop, trying to answer your questions and also help anybody who is just getting into jiu-jitsu, or those of you who have been in jiu-jitsu for a while and wondering what about a certain topic. I'm just doing my best. And a lot of it has to do, a lot of our growth has to do with your guys feeding us questions, because although I have come across a lot of things and my students have as well, I can't read your mind and I don't know what you're thinking. Let me just answer a question here. So Michael Levin 92. As we term people like Michael Levin, he's a multiple offender, right? Meaning he's sent questions in before that have gotten to video. So his question, let's say, love the video, I can see what you're getting to. This is, by the way, in regard to the Pareto principle, how to know which jiu-jitsu moves to learn, right? So he said, with regard to the Pareto principle and the 80-20 rule that I described, his question is, how can the 80-20 rule and the Equalizer, which is another video that talks about training your techniques to get them to an equal level, how do they work together, and is there a balance between the two? They work together in that when you're doing when you're looking at all the universe of concepts and techniques in jiu-jitsu, you have to narrow them down, or you don't have to narrow them down. If you train long enough, you'll know which ones tend to be the ones that work and which ones tend to be the ones that don't work. You know, it's funny that I just try to keep everything simple, because simple is hard enough, right? When you've got an opponent who knows what you want to do, but doesn't want to let you do it, then you have to figure out how to get it done. If there are too many moving parts in a technique, then it gets to be kind of challenging, like crazy challenging, like to the point where you're probably not going to get it, right? It's funny because I was just watching one of the more recent Joe Rogan videos, and he had Jean-Jacques Machado on there, Master Jean-Jacques on there, and he was talking about how he likes to keep everything simple. And if you have moves with 6 different steps in it, you know, how is it going to get done? It's very difficult. Now, if you have somebody who is legit master level like him saying that, then to me, it must be true. When you think of those things, you have to narrow down what you're going to focus on, right? Now that you have that, let's just say 20. Those 20 concepts and techniques that you're going to focus on, that's where you overlay the Equalizer on. So of those 20 things, don't favor one or the other. I'll give you an example. You know, big, strong guys, they always play cross-side. Or some of you guys will call it side control. I've heard it called 100 kilos. You know, they play that position because for them, it's an easy position to play. It's a natural position to play. If they were to try to go to mount on a smaller guy would just kind of be really squirrely and just wiggle right out. The big guy would then end up back in cross-side, and he'll find really that as long as he's in cross-side, he can hold the guy there. So guess what? That's all he's going to do. He'll get really good at it. His Equalizer level will go really high for that, but his ability to hold mount will be down here. He's certainly not going to play guard. Most big guys don't play guard that often, so their guard level is down here, right? Everything is down here, right? If they're typical and don't have a coach always hammering on them to tell them to move to something else, do something else now, they're going to do cross-side. They're going to probably get some kind of choke in there, or they're going to do far side Kimura. I guarantee you that's what they're always going to go for, right? Cross-side, far side Kimura, that's it. And they're going to get everybody with that. So they'll be really good at that. But if you can get them to be in a different environment, then all of a sudden, they're like a cockroach on their back. Can't do anything. So if you're that guy, stop playing that position. Start trying to hold mount. Start trying to play guard. Start letting people get on top of you so you can get out. So you take those numbers of positions by using the Pareto principle, and those are your go-to moves, or those are the core moves from all positions, right? Mount, seat belt, you know, back, guard, cross-side top bottom, knee in the belly, KAATARO, modified KAATARO, top and bottom for all those positions. Take all the positions that you work with those and get those up to an equal level. That's where the equalizer comes in. So you're gonna work with both. Pareto will choose what you're gonna work on, right? The universe of techniques you're gonna narrow it down to. The equalizer takes those techniques and gets you to get them up to an equal competence level. If you can do that, then you will then be very proficient. And then once you get to the point where all your concepts, your ability to execute is now up here, guess what? You're gonna choose one of those and you're gonna take it up to this level, so everything can be taken up to that level as well. And once you get to black belt proficiency, or as I tell my students, purple belt level, once they get into purple belt, deep in the purple belt, they can start playing around. Play around with other stuff that you see your friends doing, stuff that you see competitors doing. Play around with those things, see how you can make them work, see how you go and break them down on your own and understand them. Because you've got the fundamental core techniques down. They are in your central nervous system. You're not gonna lose them. When you get taken out to deep water, you will go to those techniques. But it helps to learn the other stuff as well. So I hope that answered your question. If it didn't, knowing you, Michael Levin 92, you are gonna hit me up in a comment and you will ask another question, which is perfect. I love that. And any of you other viewers wanna do that, by all means do it. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. Please hit the bell so that you get notifications of any new videos that we do. If you wanna help our channel, because YouTube doesn't pay all that much for our channels, we're not a huge channel. So every little bit helps. You can go ahead and go to our Patreon channel where Dave has, I don't know how many videos, maybe 150 videos on there. Technique videos that show how we do things at Kama Jiu-Jitsu. You can subscribe to that as a patron. You can also buy t-shirts off of Teespring, Kama Jiu-Jitsu t-shirts, the official ones, right? And you can also get the KAATARO belts through our link as well. Every little bit helps. So if you'd like to help the channel out, we'd be very grateful. At any rate, take care of yourselves, and I hope this video helped you. And if it did, share it, please, because that helps the algorithm with YouTube. The more shares we can get, the more activity, then the more people our videos will reach. It's all thanks to you guys. Take care now. Happy training. Bye-bye now.